weekend we had to gas up the snow blowers, and now it looks like we're going to have to bring the snow shovels back out again as we have another round of mainly light snow that is continuing to work through northern Illinois at this point. The heavier snow is staying off to our south across central Illinois, and it will stay that way. We just have a few more hours here to deal with at least just some light snow here. So some light to moderately accumulating snow at this point. As we look locally here on radar, you can see there is a bit of a dry air pocket that's developed that'll be pushing in towards Rockford here. So the snowfall rates in the city of Rockford may lighten up a little bit here over the next few minutes or so, but still expect that to kind of fill back in again as light snow just continues here for the next at least about 3 hours or so, and then we'll start to see that snow tapering off from west to east. So as we see here on Future Track, again, the heaviest of the snow likely to still hang on to areas south and east of Rockford here, where you see those darker blues. But as we look towards 6, and especially by about 7 o'clock, we'll start to see that snow kind of tapering off here, and we see drier conditions developing. And really by 10 o'clock, most if not all of the snow is out of here. Definitely looks like by midnight we'll be seeing that snowfall actually ending across the area. So not nearly as long as this weekend and not nearly as much as this weekend. Snowfall totals around 1 inch to 4 inches, the higher totals near and south of I-88. So that winter weather advisory for most of northern Illinois remains in effect until midnight as that snow tapers off overnight, but it's going to be pretty darn cold tonight. We'll get down to about 12 degrees for the low tonight, so try to get that snow up off the driveway, clear it off of the sidewalk if you can quickly, because it's just going to freeze because we've got those bone-chilling temperatures tonight and tomorrow. Not much relief, only getting into the low to mid 20s with a few peaks of sunshine, mainly cloudy skies though, for much of the day. As we look at Futurecast, again, could see some peaks of sunshine, especially towards the afternoon, but it's not going to be a lot. And again, our temperatures just holding in those middle 20s. And then as we head into Wednesday, the clouds will be hanging around, and plus we may see a few more flurries, if not just some light snow showers. Not expecting much in terms of accumulation, maybe a dusting, but it's all going to be ahead of this cold front that you'll see racing through the area here as we head into Wednesday, and that's going to bring in a much drier and much colder air mass here. As you see, temperatures already by 7 o'clock Wednesday, 7 p.m. Wednesday, down to about 10, on their way down below 0 for the first time this season. So Thursday morning going to be bone chilling. We could even see wind chills down in the teens below 0. So definitely make sure to be ready for quite the frigid end to the week. Kind of a same story here heading into Friday, but it's as this upper air pattern really just doesn't move, troughing in the east and ridging in the west. Now what this creates is a pretty classic, what's called a clipper setup. You may have heard of an Alberta clipper, so we'll have to watch out that maybe we see 1 or 2 more systems looking over the weekend, potentially early next week, that we could see a little more snow here with those classic clipper systems that we see in a pattern just like this, that they ride along the jet stream from the Canadian prairies down right into our area. So we'll just have to watch out for that as we head towards the weekend. So we'll have some slight chances for some snow over the weekend and into early next week as well. Temperature-wise, there you see that big dip in temperature. Thursday, during the daytime, plenty of sunshine, but not going to warm up all that much, staying in the teens before those highs get back into the 20s as we again look out for a few more chances for snow.